So here's a little story about a dirty nurse. There was a nurse that had got caught up bringing in contraband, right? And I guess she was on her way out. She was quitting. So like any good convict, right? She's gonna one last lick. She's gonna get it for the last time, but she's not gonna bring in the fucking drugs or whatever. And so what they had done, they had somehow got a hold of like the warden's boy or the major's boy, somebody that had access to like the outside area where they can clean, right where the guards park their cars and stuff. So this correctional officer actually, this nurse, she doesn't come back to work, and she's supposed to have a package that's supposed to be delivered. She's supposed to be bringing in either drugs or tobacco or whatever the fuck she's supposed to be bringing in. She quits, and so this SSI is now in trouble with this gang. So like a security threat group type gang, Mexican mafia, whatever the hell it was, AB, whatever it might have been, I don't know. And so I could find out, but I'm not going to do any fucking digging because I don't give a shit. I'm just telling you what happened. So anyway, this guy who has a job on the outside, I'm really thinking you have to have a parole date if you're going to work outside the fucking fence. But anyway, so he ends up knocking out some nurse, stealing a car, and is driving to the town where this nurse lives to go kill her, right? Because he's in a situation now where if he doesn't do something, like it's over for him. He's gonna die. He get this money or you're dead. Because maybe this guy introduced her to them, however the game worked. But nevertheless, this was a dirty boss. She put her life in jeopardy, and they were coming for their damn money because you ain't just gonna quit and not bring in what you were supposed to be bringing in, right? Cell phones. That's another big thing guys will bring in. When I first started out there, you went out, you came and went. There was no metal detectors. There was no x-ray machines. Later on, there eventually became x-ray machines and stuff like that. And it was a little bit harder. But guess what? They're so short-staffed, a lot of the times that shit isn't even manned. So on the days that it's not manned, people know they'll go out to their car and they'll bring shit in. And, and bosses were getting, so inmates that would complain about getting pat down, I really didn't care because I got pat down whenever I came to work. Take off my boots, the bottom of my feet, the whole thing, just like an inmate. They patted me down. I went through a metal detector. They searched anything that I had. But the problem is, there's some days when you're so short-staffed that stuff is not happening, or these pat downs are real fucking lackadaisical, man. They just shoot them on through, and so that gives everybody the opportunity. And, these aren't the highest, back then especially, they weren't the highest paying jobs around. I mean, they're better paying jobs, but they're not, nobody's getting rich doing this, and then you got somebody that's going to say, hey man, I'll give you $1,000 if you do this. And like cell phones are extremely dangerous because that puts people directly into contact with people on the outside. And so all that inmate got to do is like, she's getting off work right now. I'm looking cause you can see the parking lots through some of these cells. It's like, yeah, she's in this car. She's leaving now. And now next thing you know, you're at a gas station and they're like, hey, where the fuck is my money? Where's the drugs? Or here's the package. Take this in. And the last little part I'm going to do about this is I'm going to talk about down in the duck and like exactly how it kind of looks. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the manipulation, into just getting you to do one thing to get you to do something else.